regardless, having a morning ritual is extremely helpful to a life of intention. So basically, I did a workshop. I use an app called Insight Timer. I don't know if you're familiar with it. If you are, let me know. I'm curious if there's anyone out there who also uses Insight Timer. I have talked about this a little bit in the past. I like to meditate and to really take time each day to kind of go inside, and it's really helpful. So helpful. Anyway, Insight Timer has over 10,000, I think 100,000, I don't know, just a lot of different kinds of meditations, all different kinds, based on whatever it is that you want to focus your energy to, you know, health, happiness, you know, relaxing, sleeping, goals, I don't know, whatever it is, you can find it there, and you can pick how long you want to meditate for, 5 minutes, an hour, whatever. They also have live workshops, they have yoga classes, they have what they call just talks. So that's kind of like listening to a TED Talk, kind of, right? You just listen to the talk. And I do the courses, and you have to have a premium membership to do the courses, but it's really worth it. It's kind of a next level thing. I think you have to have a premium membership for coursework. I'm not sure if it applies to all of them, but for me, I paid the annual fee. I don't think it was that much in order to be able to access their courses. So a lot of them are 10, 15, 30 days. And it's, you know, 15 minutes a day is basically what I do. So I've done a lot of different ones. I've kind of focused in on inner healing and energy and manifestation, you know, just really staying positive and abundance. Because a big thing for me is being able to keep my positivity flowing in a world where there's so much negativity that kind of crushes you. You know, it's hard to develop your entrepreneurial spirit without work. It takes training. So attracting all that you desire is not as easy as it sounds. But anyway, one of the teachers, I'm trying to find him while I'm talking to you. Oh, Kenneth Soares was his name. The name of the course was Abundance and Manifestation Tools. It was Manifest Your Ultimate Goals and Dreams. So here's the basic gist of it. Rituals are very, very important to our day. If you don't have rituals, then it's much harder to live with intention. It just helps you to stay focused. And one of the things that this Kenneth Soares, the meditation coach, talked about was his own morning ritual, which I kind of adopted, but for me it's a lot more flexible because my life is always adapting to circumstances, so nothing can be rigid with me. I always have to be able to adapt to whatever might kind of interfere because of caregiving, right? Whatever the day brings, I work around it. So basically the template is like, number one, smile. And he said smile for 2 minutes, because even if you're not smiling because of happiness, your brain doesn't know that. And so when you smile, it releases all the happy hormones that you need. And a good 2-minute fake smile, you know. And sometimes I smile like that and I realize, wow, I haven't smiled enough lately. Like, what's going on there? That's weird. So the other thing is manifestation. Then number 2 was move, stretch, do deep breathing for 10 minutes. Whatever it is that gets you breathing. So, you know, whether you do a little bit of yoga or you just take a little walk, just do some stretches, just practice some deep breathing. as you're kind of becoming awake and alive, it really helps. For me, the moving, stretching part is when I take the dogs out, which I have to do every day. So I go outside and I walk all around the yard, and we go through the woods, and we, you know, and I give a good morning stretch out there and kind of enjoy being outside and breathe deep for a few minutes. So I do it outside. Unless it's raining, then, you know. And then the other one is number 3, manifestation exercises. So visualizations of goals and affirmations, just for 10 minutes. These are short things, right? You can do more later or more or longer versions, but just affirming all the positive things that you want in your life. So you can do a manifestation exercise of just, you know, speaking your affirmations, doing a goal setting, just writing down your goals, you know, whatever it is. Some people like to make visualization boards, or just to write in journals. You could just record. If you're somebody who likes to record, then just talk about your goals. But whatever it is that you do, just to help to affirm all these positive manifestation goals that you have. And there's a lot of meditations and talks on Insight Timer and on YouTube. You know, they're all over the place. So you could just look up, you know, how to do manifestation or abundance manifestation. Number 4 is gratitude. So having a gratitude practice is extremely important. My gratitude practice has evolved throughout the years. I used to have a gratitude jar, but then I've just recently started a gratitude journal. So I have a lot of journals, but I have one specifically for gratitude. So I don't do it every day. Sometimes I just say, today I'm grateful for the beautiful fall weather here in New England. Today I'm grateful for my warm, cozy sweater that I picked up at Target, and it's really, really nice. It's a cardigan, so I'm always cold. So my journal is where I write down whatever hits my head in terms of gratitude. What am I grateful for this day? Gratitude is really the key to joy. You know, learning how to just be grateful and thankful. It really does help your heart to grow. So important to be grateful. And the other one is intention. So number 5 was intention. What does that mean? What did I write there? So how do you want your day to look like? So basically place your hand on your heart and kind of envision how you want this day to look like with intention. Like, I want to have a positive day. You know, like in the morning I'll be having coffee, I have a cat on my lap, and then, you know I have to get up and start moving. Usually, you know, the nurse comes and then I go and sit down for a little while and try to get myself through these steps. And the last one is just, okay, it's time to step out of meditation mode. And what is the rest of my day going to entail generally? So if it comes from a place within my heart and an intention of really getting things done and doing things that are helpful towards my goals of my podcast and my YouTube channel and my store, things to better our life, then it just kind of helps me stay focused. If I don't do these steps, and this also for me includes a good 15-20 minutes of like real meditation or taking another course, listening. And most of the courses are like they talk for a little while and then they have like a certain amount of time that they meditate with you. They don't all do that. Some of that is just instructional and coaching, and that's fine too. But I just like to have sort of different ideas flowing, and different teachers are really helpful too, because everyone has a different style that might help you look at things differently. I said different like 6 times in that sentence. Regardless, having a morning ritual is extremely helpful to a life of intention. And there's always ways to improve it. You know, like I do more meditation and affirmation. I probably need to move more, so I need to set a better intention for exercise. But for some reason, probably because I have fibromyalgia, my body tends to resist and plays with my mind. Like today it's 3:48 and the most exercise I did today was walk the dogs. And I really should have done a yoga class or gone to the pool for my fibromyalgia. I'm okay with that. I accept that I didn't, and then the day's not over yet. Anyway, maybe I'll go for a walk this evening before it gets dark, like a better walk. Anyway, that's not the point. It's not set in stone. The whole point is to just have a daily positive, focused, inward self-looking practice, right? Don't get, the thoughts of all the stressful stuff is going to come and go. If I don't do this, if I don't sit in my chair and manifest and think and gratitude, my journal in my gratitude journal, and do my meditation and come up with a new idea for the day, then I feel stressed. Like all of a sudden the morning feels manic, and it's like I'll find myself like just not feeling like getting dressed and not feeling like doing anything. I gotta clean, I gotta run around here, and then I feel kind of like and then I don't know where I'm going, because it's hard to be in a constant state of flux, whether it's you're caring for someone else, things are coming and going, things are up and down, my life is like a tumbleweed, so having some degree of ritual is important for structure. And once I really have mastered that, then I add a little more structure, and always with the knowledge that my structure will change if something is needed of me for Daniel. So it's not easy. It's not like I can just carve out a chunk of my day and say, okay, this to this is my time for this. Sometimes I can do that on a good day. Other times I might start thinking about Daniel's current issues, right, with seizures or whatever, and feel like I need to go and just check on him. Other times the nurses will have a question for me, so I'll have to break my thought and then go downstairs to where they are. Sometimes I just hear him crying and it goes on for too long, so they need help. If he gets too tense and too spastic, they may need a second person to help, get him in the lift or whatever. So I'm always on call for emergency. But I still have goals and dreams and things that I want to do. So it's really interesting how challenging it is. And the fact that I can sit here and record and have my channel and be making connections, creating a podcast, is really a testimony to working above and beyond the limitations of that kind of on-call, very unpredictable life. And I think sometimes that it's because, I don't know, I visualized my purpose, right? We did this exercise today, and it was like, visualize this plate floating in front of you and put on there what you visualize, And for me, I visualized a podcast combined with the YouTube channel, combined with my Etsy shop, where I can reach out and touch other people and encourage and inspire and be there for other people who are also dealing with this extreme caregiving and the stress and the life changes that it has brought them, and be able to somehow create a community where we can help and support each other and just provide love and encouragement and care. This is a special kind of heart that does what we do. In my niche, in my little world, in Julie's world, my son was born with a severely deformed brain, and now he's severely disabled. So how has that manifested in my life? It has just significantly changed everything. And somehow I'm surviving while still taking care of him. And in the beginning, it can be so overwhelming that it's so hard. My heart goes out every time I look on my polymicrogyria support group. We have a private group with families who join, whose kids or loved ones have been diagnosed with polymicrogyria, PMG. And you see these new moms who are like, did your kids start having seizures? If so, when? And did your child ever walk? How did the medications affect them? How do you feel about vaccinations for your children who also have severe disabilities? And I don't mean COVID, I'm talking like regular stuff. Different conversations. And I'm able to offer some insight, but with caution, because my son might be more severely disabled than their child will be. So it's a spectrum. But the point is, no matter how bad it is, it's still bad and it's still scary, and you're figuring it out. So I don't know. I just want to sit here. I have a son who's 23, so somebody just starting out might be able to say, "Wow, look at that." There's hope. And if I can have hope and stay positive, given the extreme nature of what happened to my son, then hopefully somebody else might be able to just realize that too for themselves. Not because of me, but I don't know. There's just power in community. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway, that's my little ritual thing I was talking about in the morning. Sometimes I don't do all of it. Sometimes I only do one thing. But even if I do one thing, it's with intention. Do you know what I'm saying? Intention and positivity towards the goal. So I am going to now go in and record a podcast episode. This is episode 5. And I think in this one, I'm going to talk a little bit about, in the early days, how it was important for me to have connection with other people locally in the town, and how easy it was actually to find support groups and other people, and things that are not easy now were very easy when he was, a baby, a little guy. So, and different things like that. I have outlines. What I usually do with podcasting right now, because I'm still developing, well, I write an outline. I have a binder. I try to keep a general outline. I don't always go by it, but it helps me to capture the thoughts that I have. And me being me, it always doesn't stay as I thought it at first. But it helps to have some sort of structure. So I'm going to go now over to the Adapted Life. I'm going to do another one on Zoom. I'm not sure how I'm going to permanently upload episodes, but I think I'm going to try Zoom again in case I ever decide to interview or have a guest onto my podcast. It would just be so easy. After I do that, then I edit in GarageBand and I upload to podcast hosting sites. Right now you can find the Adapted Life on Google Podcasts. I don't know if it's up on Apple or not yet. It's on Spotify, Google, Stitcher, and I applied for Apple because you got to submit, and I don't see it yet, so maybe there was a hiccup there, but I use Buzzsprout as my hosting, and I edit with GarageBand, and I'm going to start a new channel also on YouTube. It's going to be just for podcast. So it's going to probably be called the Adapted Life Podcast, but look out for that. I haven't done it yet. I have to create it and then upload it. I also am working on ideas for a new website. So hopefully I can pull it all together in one location. And I'm going to increase my presence on Instagram and TikTok, which I have a TikTok account, but I only do silly little things. So I'm going to really start using that more to kind of pull it all together too. But just wanted to say hi again and let you guys know that I hope you have some kind of a little morning ritual, whatever it is. I'd love to hear it. Does everybody like get up in the morning and have something specific that they do each day, that something that brings you joy and makes you feel like your day is going to be more positive because you do it? I'd love to hear it. But rituals can be morning, afternoon, night. It's just about setting intention for positive things in your day and being grateful. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for listening to my ramble. So here's my process. I'm in my office. I'll show you my desk here. I've got my nice blue Yeti microphone, my headphones, my laptop, my camera, my pretty Julie things. I've got, well, that's for when I'm editing. I don't use that over here, but I have my outline and my outline folder, the calendar, my audience. Are you ready, audience? I have a live audience, everybody. Here they are. They're not looking too lively right now. You guys ready for listening? Are you going to listen and ask questions and be on the podcast? Holly, you? Holly? Holly? Holly's sleeping. Oh, there she is. Hi. Okay. Okay.